Hey folks, welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Steel. Welcome back to the Forge. My name is Chris, and I hope y'all are having a great day today. I'm doing well. I've actually got a few announcements to make before we get into the subject of today's video. I have opened up a online shop on Etsy. Hollow Hills Forge is now finally open for business, and to go along with that, I will be, assuming YouTube lets me, changing the name of my YouTube channel to match my Etsy store name. So this channel will be changing sometime between now and the release of my next video. The channel name will be changing to Hollow Hills Forge, assuming YouTube allows me to do that. It's been a long time since I bothered to change the name of my YouTube handle, and the last time I did was before I was starting to make videos. So we'll see how it goes. And if Instagram will allow me to do it, I'm also going to try to change the name of my Instagram account to Hollow Hills Forge as well, so that everything matches up and everybody knows. So it's not difficult to tell that this is all my account. So it just makes things more consistent. Anyway, but yeah, that's my announcement for this month. Is I do now have an Etsy shop open, Hollow Hills Forge. So by all means, go ahead and check it out. And we got a few items up for sale. And some other things is I will be somewhat less consistent than I've been. Not that I've been terribly consistent on YouTube anyway, but beginning December 4th, I'll be starting a new job driving for a different trucking company. So I'll be going back out on the road again. It is over the road long haul trucking, so you can expect long periods of time between videos, unfortunately. And I'll be able to run an Etsy shop. I won't be making as many edged tools as I would like to, because I need to be able to bring my inventory with me in the truck, and it's difficult to explain to the police why you have a large collection of axes and hatchets and knives in your truck if there is a DOT inspection. So it will just be harmless items like candle holders and candle snuffers and things like that, by and large. But I do have some edge tools that will have a longer turnaround, but still available if people need that. But it will mostly be altar decor that I'll be forging for the bulk of my stock for the next couple of years, until I'm able to be in a position where I can stop driving a truck again. That's going to be a while though. So currently I'm only shipping to the US and Canada from my store for now. If there's enough demand for it and a lot of people say, hey, if there's enough interest and I'm financially able to do it, I would like to be able to expand my shipping to at least the UK and Australia, and probably the rest of Europe if possible, but we'll look into that as things go by. But anyway, that's the major announcements done and out of the way. Etsy store, name change of the channel, and I'll be driving a truck here beginning in December. So, with that done, why don't I get into it and get on with the rest of the actual subject matter of today's video. That would be Forge Magic Folklore Stories continued. And this is the story of Saint Dunstan and the Devil. Now, Saint Dunstan was, of course, best known as a saint. He was also quite a skilled blacksmith, but he wasn't always a saint. In his younger years, Saint Dunstan was a bit of an occultist. and dealt in black magic and all the spooky shit that Christians don't like. And which was at the time fine with him because Saint Dunstan wasn't even a Christian at the time, never mind a saint. And the devil was rather fond of him because of this. But at some point, he the church got a hold of him and changed his ways, and he saw the error of his ways supposedly, and decided to become a man of God and devoted his life to the Christian teachings. But he still continued to be a very skilled blacksmith. And so Saint Dunstan became the patron saint of the blacksmiths for obvious reasons. And he is working in his forge, and he does spend quite a lot of time in his forge. But one thing, when he's not forging, Saint Dunstan was very fond of playing the harp. And so, when he wasn't pounding steel, he was making rather nice music. And this annoyed the devil, because apparently the devil doesn't like nice things. And so the devil came to earth and started looking around for the source of this music, and came upon St. Dunstan's shop. And he heard the harp playing. And this made him very angry because he knew whose shop that was. That used to be his buddy Dunstan. So the next day the devil decided that he would win back his servant, and he disguised himself as a beautiful woman. Well, this day was a work day for St. Dunstan, so he was busy at his anvil, pounding and pounding and pounding away. And he wouldn't even look up to see who was addressing him. He just kept working and working and working. And so the devil came a little closer and began to flirt with St. Dunstan, making passes at him, trying to tempt him away from his work, but it wasn't working. And St. Dunstan was so engrossed in his work, he barely looked up. But when he did, beneath this beautiful woman's skirt or dress, he noticed cloven hooves instead of feet, and recognized who this was right away. So St. Dunstan took his tongs out of the forge while they were glowing red hot and clamped them down on the devil's nose, who screamed and hollered and cussed.
"Oh, let me go, you bastard. God, that hurts."
Well, St. Dunstan wouldn't let him go, and he drugged the devil out of his shop and cast him out into the street by his nose, crushing it flat and stretching it into a rather unnatural point. So if you ever see the devil depicted with a flat and pointed nose, stretched out just a little bit too long, now you know why. And the devil skulked back to hell, but he wasn't done trying. See, the devil is a bit of a slow learner, apparently. So he came back a few days later, disguised as a wealthy merchant, trying to tempt St. Dunstan away from his work. Well, St. Dunstan, as per usual for him, he wouldn't look up from his work. He was very busy. Blacksmiths were in big demand at this particular point in time, and he had a lot of work to do, so he couldn't be bothered to engage in conversation with this wealthy merchant who kept making him business offers and really just bugging him, right? So rather annoyed, St. Dunstan looked up only just enough to see his feet, which again were cloven. And this made Dunstan very angry. He'd already cast the devil out once. So he decided to teach the devil a bit of a lesson. And so St. Dunstan reached over, grabbed the devil by his feet, yanked him out from under him, wrestled him to the ground, and took 2 red-hot horseshoes out of the forge that he was working on, and nailed them to the devil's feet, causing the devil to scream in pain. Take them off! Take them off! They hurt! They burn! Worse than the fires of hell, and I would know. Saint Dunstan said, I'm not taking these off your feet, and they will continue to burn and hurt unless you promise never to bother me or any blacksmith ever again, or anyone who hangs a horseshoe above their door. Well, the devil, of course, being in so much pain, agreed to do just that. And so Saint Dunstan rather roughly ripped the nails out of the devil's feet and removed the horseshoes, which were still glowing red. He then grabbed the devil by his nose with the jaws of his tongs again, walked him out of the shop again, drug him into the street, and cast the devil back into hell by his nose. And that is the last Saint Dunstan or any blacksmith ever saw of the devil. And if you wish to hang a horseshoe above your door, you aren't likely to be bothered by the devil either. But if you really want to be a dick about it, hang a pair of blacksmith tongs along with them, just to remind the devil of what Saint Dunstan will do to him if he ever breaks his promise. That is why horseshoes are considered to be lucky. There's a little bit of a debate as to which way around you're supposed to hang the horseshoe, but you'll get a different answer depending on who you ask. So, that is the story of Saint Dunstan and the devil. And with that, I'll just leave you with the next video. I plan on showing how sigils are used, at least in my craft, in smithcraft. Sigils are, well, blacksmiths already have a sigil, we just don't call it that. It's called a touch mark. It is a maker's mark, or a trademark, or a brand, or a logo. This is where all these things come from. Okay, this marketing, modern marketing today owes that marketing tool to the blacksmith. I'll go into how I use it and why I use it, and how I designed mine. And that'll be for another video. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you next time in the forge, in Hollow Hills Forge. Thank you. Bye-bye.